How do you not see it?
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for hopping on. I'm just going to give it a second and we'll start exactly at 11 o'clock. Just give everybody a chance to hop on and everybody a chance to be ready who is going to be speaking today. All right, let's see here. It is 11 o'clock. So I guess we'll get started. Thank you everybody for hopping on. Thank you very much for taking time out of your morning to hop on here. If you were invited here or if you hopped on, then you just want to know more about changing your life, a little bit more about the Thrive experience. Today we have two special guests. One person will be sharing their story, and we all take the same 3 steps. So we're going to start. I'm going to start by just telling you a little bit about the Thrive experience. So Thrive experience is 3 simple steps. Everybody who talks about Thrive today on today's call is taking the same thing. We start our morning with the men or women's capsule at the bedside before our feet even hit the floor. 20 to 30 minutes later, we followed up with a lifestyle mix. This is the vanilla one, but there are so many flavors. I mix mine with water and ice. I'm very boring, but there are so many different ways to mix it up. Some people use juice, some people use almond milk, but this is step 2. And then we finish it off with our DFT. There are vitamins in here that time release through your skin throughout the day. And those are the 3 steps. When I started thriving, I was not looking for a change. You know, a girlfriend came over and I was just being nosy. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, Thrive, you want to try it? I trusted her and I tried it. Never did I expect for it to change my life the way it did. The amazing thing about this product is that it does something different for everybody. You know, what it does for me, it may not do for you, but I know that after 10 days, you will feel like a brand new person. And this week we had a lot of new Thrivers come in, and my team is growing like so fast. And, you know, I had a group of women come in and they just like exploded. And so I was like, I have got to meet these people. And so we had a team Zoom this week and I heard this woman's story. And I mean, really, honestly, guys, it is the reason that we all share our Thrive experience. It is the reason that we all can't stop talking about what these 3 steps do. It is the reason we share. And her story just, I promise you guys, you're going to love it. I was like bawling, crying. I was like, I cannot wait to share your story with the world because it is just so amazing. And like I said, it's the same 3 steps, capsule, lifestyle mix, and DFT. So I am going to ask Kaylynn to unmute and just tell us a little bit about your Thrive experience, how your life was before Thrive, and how your life is now that you are thriving.
Okay, and I'm going to warn you guys, I have a really cranky toddler right now, so you might hear Moana and some fussing, but I'm going to try and get through this. So before I started at Thrive, I had hit a really, really dark place in my life. I just was going through a lot of anxiety. I was dealing with a lot of grief. I lost my father and my grandfather. She sees my mom on here, so she's talking to my mom. But I was dealing with a lot of grief and just I hit a really, really dark place. And I was just at a point where I was needing something to change in my life in order for me to find that desire to even just want to continue to go through each day. I was waking up, watching the clock till my daughter's nap time so that I could nap. Anytime I could nap, I would nap. I was begging my husband to let me sleep in. I felt like a zombie through each day. And the hardest part was, instead of loving life and cherishing everything, I was a stay-at-home mom that was waiting. Like, I could not wait until the day was over. Instead of cherishing every moment with her, I was just looking forward to going to sleep each night. And when that dark place got the worst, I remember sitting on the side of my bed, and I got down on my knees, and I was like, and I'm not a religious person, normally. I just have my own beliefs, and I got down on my knees and I said, God, like, please show me something, show me something that's going to change my life or is going to help me just do something. And I remember going on Facebook, and a girl I grew up with, Jordan, she had been posting about Thrive, and I was still kind of a skeptic and hadn't really, thought more about it. And then I saw another girl I went to school with, Shelly. She posted a video about her Thrive experience and just how much she loved it, and she was promoting the product. And Shelly is like not one to make a video. She's not one to be excited, happy, like smiling like that. And so I remember I called my mom and I was like, I've got to try this. Shelly's doing it, and this might be what can help me. And I got a hold of Shelly, and I could tell Shelly was pretty surprised. I just ordered. I didn't even sample. I didn't even like think twice. I just jumped straight into it, and it completely changed my life. I went from zombie mom to my daughter every day saying, Mommy, no more crying, to she saw happy mom again. And that's what Thrive has done for me. Thrive has given me my happy back and given my daughter her happy back. I wake up excited for the day. I wake up just with desire again, with drive. I can't even explain what it's done for me. And then within not even a week, I was just like, I have to share this with everyone. Like, I have always hoped that I could share my story with others, but the added bonus is that I've gained a family through this product, and then I've also been able to share my story and help others. And within not even a week of promoting this product, I hit 4K and the VIP 800. It's unbelievable what Thrive has done for me. And I'm super thankful.
I don't even know how I'm supposed to talk after that. Kaylynn, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. We heard this the other night, and I was like, oh God, I'm going to have some tissues ready today. And then I didn't, and you just see me looking around like, oh God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. And one thing that I wanted to touch on that we don't really blast out loud publicly all the time on our social media, but it's so huge and it's so important, is that VIP 800 bonus that Kaylynn talked about. When you become a promoter in your very first 2 weeks, Lavelle lays out the foundation for you. They encourage you to bring in 2 people who want to come in with you as customers who want to change their health, and then 2 people who want to come in with you and share their stories as promoters who want to change their wealth. And so that is one thing that Kaylynn did when she came in. She did her VIP 800. That is on your first $800 in online orders with those 2 customers and those 2 promoters. You do earn a $400 cash bonus, 100 in extra Thrive credits. Your Thrive is free the following month, and you're making commissions on each one of those orders. So I remember when that bonus came and hit my bank account, when I hit that when I first started, it was enough money for me to cover daycare for a couple weeks. And that was it. That's what did it for me. That's what showed me like, this is real. This is legit. It was actual cash money that went into my bank account that I went and paid daycare, which I didn't like to pay daycare because I was paying somebody to raise my babies that were my babies so I could go to work, so I could pay for daycare. So Lavelle is just amazing. In that same 2 weeks, they also offer double that bonus. So if you do that again in your first 2 weeks, another 2 customers, another 2 promoters, another $800 in sales, and that bonus doubles. So you do make $800 in cash, $200 in Thrive credits to share, your product is free, and commissions on each one of those orders. So that is just an amazing bonus that Lavelle offers right to those people that walk in at the door. It's free to promote, doesn't cost you anything. You purchase your own product, and then you just share your experience like Kaylynn's been doing. And so congrats, girl. I love that so, so, so much. And so I will not keep you guys long. I'm going to hand it over to sweet Mauria, who looks like she's in the most beautiful place right now with a nice lake back there. I'm jealous. Love it. And so I'll kind of let her tell her Thrive experience and her journey in this business because it is amazing.
Well, hey guys, and yes, we are at the lake, and it's so peaceful here, and it's only a little after 10 here, so all my kids are still asleep. Craziness. This whole quarantine has us all out of routine. We let them stay up late. We let them sleep in. I mean, they're getting their schoolwork done, so I'm good with it. Maybe this little DFT here helps me kind of roll with the punches. I'm excited to be on with you guys, and Kaylynn, love your story. You know, I was actually thinking as you were sharing, like, these are the kinds of stories that I've been able to hear every single day for the last 6.5 years. And it's just, you never can truly, when someone isn't thriving, you can't truly articulate all that it entails, really, because we can't even articulate our own story, much less really put into words the stories that we've heard and how it's made an impact in other people's lives. You know what I mean? But it's such a blessing. And it's like, who knew that 3 simple steps first thing in the morning on an empty stomach would make this big of an impact? You know, it's just crazy. But the reality is when we fuel our body with premium nutrition, it doesn't just affect us, it affects everyone around us. And seeing your little girl with you, like, I mean, it's made a difference in her life. And, you know, it's just crazy. And I love that your mom is on here to support you as well. So my story, guys, it started, you know, like all of yours, I'm sure. I was just a tired, exhausted mom who wanted to feel better. You know, in the big scheme of things, do I have just this huge story? Like, you know, if we started comparing stories, which we're never supposed to do, right? I didn't have a lot of health challenges. I was just a busy, tired mom. I did have twin 3-year-olds though. So those of you that are mamas, if you remember age 3 and the craziness that I still have never understood why they call it terrible twos when age 3 is so much worse than 2. But I did have twin 3-year-olds at the time. And finally I just hit a wall and I was done. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I knew I had to do something different. Wasn't any stranger to health and wellness. I'd actually taken another nutritional supplement line for like 11 years, but it consisted of a lot of routine. Honestly, like 20, 25 pills a day. And I still wasn't feeling good. And so this whole 3 simple steps definitely was intriguing to me. And I'll tell you what else is intriguing, because when I made that decision that I wanted to do something for myself physically, I had a lot of friends that I was actually probably closer to relationship-wise on Facebook that were promoting other nutritional products. I mean, the health and wellness industry is huge, right? There's lots of options out there. But this whole DFT thing, this whole ability to actually wear my vitamins, was very appealing to me because obviously the whole transdermal application idea or concept or technology has basically been used in medicine for years. So what could this do from a nutritional standpoint, right? So I actually reached out to a nurse that I used to work with that had been messaging me over and over and over again. You know, I just wasn't ready. But when I was finally ready, she's who I reached out to. Started my Thrive experience as a customer. Actually waited on a paycheck to hit the mailbox to take to the bank to place my very first order. We were stuck financially too. So stuck physically, stuck financially, 4 kids, twin 3-year-olds, and we had relocated our family to West Texas. So no friends or family around to help out. My poor husband. Honestly, I mean, it was taking a toll on our marriage too. Just the weight of it all, you know? And so started my Thrive experience as a customer. Day one, I was like, is this all there is to it? Because it was so simple. But I fell in love with that simplicity, and I knew I could be consistent with it because it was that easy. And then by day 5, I was sold. I felt amazing. Now I have to tell you, day 4 felt terrible. We had family in town, couldn't wait for them to leave. I just had a headache, wanted to take a nap. So, I mean, I think I was a mess really physically going into this, and Thrive needed some time to work for me. But on day 5, oh my gosh, I had been up all night with a sick kiddo, but had to get up the next morning early to get the older kids to school, came home, and I just remember being like, I wouldn't feel like this every day. I mean, I've done more in the last 5 hours than I have in the last 5 months from that productivity side, like actually doing things, you know, crossing things off the to-do list. Mamas know our to-do list is a mile long typically, right? But it feels good to just check those things off. And I was checking things off left and right. And so my aha moment wasn't, oh, I'm going to go to the gym or go work out, or, you know, it was, holy moly, like I got my mojo back. You know, I felt like myself again. And so then I get on the phone with my friend Tony, and actually I had written on her Facebook wall first, and I said, oh my God, I feel amazing. Like, I can't believe it took me so long to try this. You said something about free. I've got to figure out free. And then back to work I go. So she calls me, she's laughing because I sound totally different as a thriving person than I did as that person who was not thriving. I look back and I'm kind of embarrassed as to the person I was not thriving. But she's laughing at me, and I'm like, I just feel amazing. And she ended up putting me on the phone with the friend that had introduced her to Thrive. And he's talking about what it's done for him. And he's going, you know, you have a lot of tired, exhausted moms that need this. And I'm like, oh my God, I do. Like, I have 4 kids. So I have like all these circles of mom friends. And then I'm a healthcare provider. I'm a speech pathologist. I was actually working in the home health setting at the time. So I worked with a lot of nurses and therapists that take care of everyone else but themselves. If you're a nurse on here, let me know in the chat. I know you're going to agree with me. Nurses are the worst, that they take care of everybody and then they put themselves last. And so I knew that I had people that needed this and that they could benefit. And I also knew I wasn't going to be able to keep my mouth shut. And y'all, see Carol saying guilty. Okay. When he said, okay, you do realize you can earn up to $660 on your first $800 in product orders. That's 4 or 5 people thriving with me. I'm like literally thinking of like 15, 20 people at the moment that need this stuff. Right. And then he said, you can earn up to, $1,320 on your first $1,600 in sales. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Well, I just told you guys, we were stuck financially. I had to wait on a paycheck to place my first order of Thrive. Okay. And Christmas was right around the corner. Big family. Okay. So I was already stressed out over how we were going to do Christmas for our kids. And it was like, oh my gosh, well, okay, so there's no catch to this, like no fees, no join fee. I literally can just blab my mouth about this and get paid. And they're like, absolutely. And so y'all, I was hesitant. I remember talking to my husband. I was like, okay, what do I do? You know, like, what are people going to think? You know, and yes, I was one that worried about what people thought. What are people going to think? Here I am with a speech pathologist with a master's degree, and now I'm going to be promoting some home-based business. And he's like, who cares what people think? And now what I didn't tell you is when I started, he started taking my products. So he started out with the women's capsules. He felt something before I did. So I had 100% support from him to like go and blast it to the masses. Okay. But he's like, who cares what people think? You have nothing to lose. Like, just go for it. And so with butterflies in my stomach and excitement and nervousness, I clicked that free promoter button, and y'all, I just started picking up the phone. I started texting like crazy. I started messaging people like crazy. I was that mama that had found something that everybody needed. And y'all, it's been game on ever since. I did go VIP 800 that first week. And you know, who started the thriving with me? It was, you know, people from all different walks in my life. Now, did everyone I reach out to start thriving with me right away? Nope, they did not. But by the time I got that VIP bonus in my bank, so that was the next week, I already had stories coming back from friends and family that had trusted me as to how good they were feeling. And then some of them were like, wait, we can earn Christmas cash? I'm like, yes. And so they started referring friends, right? So they could get their product for free. And then they started referring people because they were feeling amazing and they could help their friends and family feel amazing and they could cash in on some Christmas bonuses. And we all just started, I kind of say, can y'all hear the birds? Is that not the coolest thing? But it's just pretty here. But that we all were kind of, I guess, accidental entrepreneurs. Like none of us really started this like to build a business. None of us have sales experience. I always say my whole career as a speech pathologist was around helping people improve their quality of life. Like that was what I did all day long, every day. Well, heck, I had found something that you better believe this is going to improve people's quality of life every single day. And I could reach a whole lot of people a whole lot more people than I ever could on a one-on-one patient basis, right? And so that's where it started. And y'all, it hasn't stopped. Like 6.5 years in, I wake up, I start every single day the exact same way. 3 simple steps first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Our eyes pop open, I'm taking capsules. Oh, and if you haven't tried it yet, take 1 women's, 1 men's. That's kind of fun. Like that's a new thing that I've started. Have you done that yet, Leanne? I'm like, why am I just now 6.5 years into this? And just Allison's like, nope, haven't done that yet. But just mix it up a little bit, you know, it's kind of fun. But yeah, that's how I start my day every single day. I don't want to go without it. I love sharing my story with other people. I love getting people started on their own stories. And what do you know, this company has been rewarding me for 6.5 years. VIP 800, VIP 1600, guess what? That helped us cover Christmas for our kids. As a matter of fact, all of Christmas that year was covered. Not a penny was spent out of our regular family budget. It was all covered by Lavelle commissions and bonuses. So man, y'all, that helped us out immensely financially. And then what happened, guys, was the light bulb went off and I'm like, holy moly, this thing is growing, because I didn't just share with a few people and stop, right? I went all in. Like, this is a rush for me, like just to, you know, get that text message from that mom that's like, oh my God, I feel amazing. Or when that person says, okay, I need to get this for free. How do I do this? You know, getting that product for free so no one ever has to go without their Thrive. That's a big deal. Helping a team member cash in on some bonuses, helping that single mom that's stressing out over finances get that first bonus in their bank. Like, that is fun for me. And so we kept doing it and kept doing it. And I kept teaching other people how to do it, and they fell in love with it. And the light bulb went off in January of, holy moly, like this is all extra income. People are reordering this stuff and they're referring people, and this thing is growing far beyond just who I know. It's a whole lot of people I don't even know. And what if that we could use our weekly rewards to put our family in a different position financially? We had a ton of debt. I actually owed $80,000 in student loan debt, not $80,000 in student loan debt. My daughter was in junior high at the time. And y'all, before Thrive, I would literally lay in bed at night going, how in the world am I ever going to pay this off by the time she goes to college? And I don't know. I mean, like, there again, it was this light bulb of, well, what if we could use these weekly rewards to get our family out of debt? And y'all, that's what we did. And I'll tell you what, you know, money doesn't bring you happiness, but lack of causes a whole lot of stress. And when you have debt, it is suffocating. And y'all, we use this opportunity helping people feel like $1,000,000, creating stories like you've heard today to eliminate debt. And that then in turn creates more options for our family. And that's what it's done for 6.5 years. It's created options for not only our family, but other families as well. So it's one of those things like, what do you have to lose? Like, what if, and this is the mess, I don't know if we've got non-thrivers on here or whatever. This is the message I tell people, like, what if you could wake up every day and within the first 30 minutes of your day, seal the deal on good, clean, smooth energy, productive energy all day. You're going to sleep good at night. And what if it could even help manage some discomforts that are holding you back? What if, you know, no, Thrive isn't a cure-all. No, it's not going to solve the world's problems. There are some days as a mama, there's not enough Thrive in the world, and you're just glad that you're going to go to sleep good because tomorrow is a new day, right? But holy moly, without it, I cannot imagine this time in life without my 3 simple steps first thing in the morning. I can't imagine the last 6.5 years. It would have gone so differently, because like I mentioned in the beginning, you know, it doesn't just impact one thing, and it impacts so many others. So is there really an opportunity here to just share your story and benefit financially? Oh, you better believe it.
You're dirty.
And this company has proven over and over that they absolutely love setting people up for success. They want your customers thriving for free every single month. They want to load that bank account first thing with that VIP 800 bonus, because you know what? Think about what that means for them as a company. Are they making any money at all when they pay up to $660 on $800 in sales? No. But they know if in your first 2 weeks, if you're actually seeing an income from sharing this with others, and your phone is blowing up from friends and family that are like, where has this been the last 10 years of my life? I feel amazing. Then they've got someone that's going to continue to promote their products. They've got somebody that's going to continue to build their business. So they're going to reward you for sharing your story and creating more stories with others. I'm sorry, y'all, but I love this gig. Like, what other gig is set up and as simple as that? You don't have to be a salesperson. It doesn't matter how much money you do or don't have in the bank. It doesn't matter if you've ever built a business before. It doesn't even matter how many friends you have. Because it doesn't take hundreds and hundreds of people. It takes a few. Because guess what? Those few, they know a few. And those few, they know a few. And if they're loading their body with premium nutrition every single day, man, they're going to have a story, and we're going to encourage them to share the heck out of it. Best side business I've ever invested in. Absolutely. Because again, there's nothing to lose. You invest some time, but I'll tell you what, I love starting out my day. I mean, this is work. Like, I'm sitting on my back porch. I got a beautiful view. I can hear the birds. I'm hanging out with my people, and I'm just sharing something that I love. Like, what could be better than that? That's good stuff. And in a world of uncertainty and craziness, I'm so, so, so grateful that we have this here. So the rewards don't just stop within your first 2 weeks. There's an auto bonus right around the corner. There's now there's a Maui gym bonus. So when your team does $4,000 in total team sales in a month, you get a pair of Maui gyms. How fun is that? We have an auto bonus that people can earn at only the second rank of the company. We literally have thousands and thousands of people that do not have to worry about their car payment every single month because of the Thrive experience. Okay. They've earned a car bonus that pays that second largest household expense. Think of what that could do for your family if you don't have to worry about the car payment every month. Man, that frees up a lot, right? And then the list kind of goes on. I have to mention, because I know a lot of people are getting antsy, oh yeah, are there any auto bonus earners on? Let us know if you're an auto bonus earner in the chat. Another thing, I know people are getting antsy. We've been at home, we've been safe at home, right? But we have an opportunity as promoters to go on a couple of lifestyle getaways a year, meaning you can earn a paid for vacation. And y'all, that has been so much fun. It's been insane to go on those trips, with my husband. But what's been really cool is seeing so many team members that maybe it was their first time to ever get on a plane and the company paid for it, maybe they didn't even get to go on a honeymoon when they got married because of finances, but yet this company took them and their spouse on a trip for free. And we go to some pretty amazing locations too. So if you've ever qualified for a lifestyle getaway, let us know that in the chat too. So who knows when they'll announce that next one. I know we have a lot of people that have just required for a special retreat for some of the first couple of ranks in our company that are supposed to be going to California. And obviously when all this travel stuff is lifted, I know they're excited for that. So I've been on so many getaways, I've lost count. True story. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hopping on today. And Leanne, I'll give it back over to you.
Thank you so, so, so much. I just love it. You guys, like, the opportunities with this company are endless. You can take it and you can run with it. You can do with it what you want. Ooh, get all mixed up. I know that when I started, I first was like, let me just make a little bit of gas money. And then it was, let me make daycare money. And then it was, maybe I could go part-time at the bank. And then it was, maybe I could go home full-time and not have to be at the bank anymore. And then it was, how can I retire my husband? And so it's almost been 3 years for me that I've been home full-time, and 2 years for him this month. So we've been a full-time family for over 2 years. And with the way the world is right now, I have no idea what we would do if we didn't have this opportunity right in front of us. The bank I worked at is still open. The construction company he worked for is still working, and school is closed. So where would my kids be? So this has turned into just the biggest blessing ever. And we get to hear life-changing stories every day. I can't even call this work because I love it. I sat in front of this computer yesterday on the first of the month, and we rolled that momentum from last month right into it. 7 Zooms in a row. And finally I was like, all right, I need to go see this family that I spend so much time trying to be with. So thank you so much, Mauria. Thank you, Kaylynn, for sharing your story. Thank you, Tommy and Q. I don't know if you have anything that you wanted to add in there, Q, or if Tommy just wanted to shut it out. We usually have him wrap it up and end it and take it home.
Sure. Mauria, thank you so much for hopping on. We really do appreciate it. Kaylynn, I'm not a sensitive guy. I don't usually get emotional, but you know, hearing your story the other night, like that really hit home with me. This company has been life-changing for me and my family. Like, I'm not, you know, you guys have heard all the stories, but this company brought me home to my family. I was a truck driver. I worked for a moving company for 19 years. And Kaylynn, the same way that you were praying for something just to help you get through life, I was looking for something to bring me home to my family. And this opportunity that my wife was curious enough to ask her friend about is what got me home to my family. So if you have any questions, guys, please reach out to the person that invited you to this opportunity event. We have them every Saturday. The next one will be next Saturday. And if you know some friends that want to get started on their Thrive experience, please invite them to the private group. If you're not in the private group, let us know, or get with your promoter that's in there, and we will add you. And you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Once again, Mauria, thank you so much. And you guys take it easy.